I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and there's a guy that says if the weather's clear. Can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
A bacon Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy has got him figured at 5 to 9.
But looking at the taps, he wins it by a half. According to this, he ran the telegraph. Big thread,
it's alright.
This guy calls the horse Big Thread. And if he calls the horse Big Thread, Big Thread, Big Thread. But just a minute, boys, I got the feedbox noise. It says the great-grandfather was equipoised. Shows class, shows class. This guy says the horse shows class. If he says the horse shows class, shows class, shows class. But look at epitaph, he wins it by a half. According to this, he ran the telegraph. Epitaph, I got the horse right.
Swallow, follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Tear up your poker deck and play no more. Follow, follow the fold to the meadow where the sun shines out of the darkness, and the sin and shame in which you wallow. Follow the fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more, follow, follow the fold. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. And that is why I am standing here in the devil's own city, on the devil's own street, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Pause and think before it is too late. I am not speaking of the prison and the gallows, but of the greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it's too late. Just around the corner is our little mission where you are always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Oh, come here and talk to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me, brothers and sisters, in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is the Save a Soul mission located at 409 West 49th Street. We're open all day and all night with a special midnight prayer meeting.
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder why such a refined doll like her gets mixed up with the mission dodge.
She is a beautiful doll, all right, with 100% eyes.
It's too bad such a doll wastes our time being good. How she make any money from that?
Maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah!
Hey! Benny South Street!
Harry the horse, how are you? You know nicely, Johnson.
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely. Thank you.
Tell me, what about Nathan Detroit? Has he found a place for his crap game yet?
We don't know
The
yet.
heat is on.
He's still looking for a place.
Well, tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I recently acquired 5,000 potatoes.
5,000 bucks?
Where'd you acquire it?
I collected the reward on my father. Rusty.
Everybody's looking for some action. I wish Nathan finds a place for his...
Oh, why Lieutenant Brannigan? Mr. South Street, it's Lieutenant Brannigan of the New York Police Department.
A pleasure.
Have you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Which Nathan Detroit is that?
I mean the same Nathan Detroit who's been running a floating crap game and getting away with it by moving it to a different spot every night.
Oh, why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I am telling you this because you two bums work for Detroit, rustling out customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah!
Oh.
Well, you can tell him for me. I know that right now he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, no one's gonna give him one because they all know that Brannigan is breathing down their neck.
Oh, hey, Nathan.
Fellas, I'm having terrible trouble. Everybody's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan, and I can't see...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
And I can't see... Hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I've been talking with your colleagues. I imagine you are having trouble finding a place for your crap game.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know, from the fact that you now have to live on your own salary.
Did you find a place?
What does that cop want from me? What does he think I am, a sex maniac? I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that a crime? Well, yeah.
Nathan, did you find a place?
Nathan, did you find a place for the game?
Did I find a place? Yes, I found a place. We'll be holding the game tomorrow night at Radio City Music Hall.
How are you gonna fix the ushers?
Look, I tried all the regular places. The back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Oh, Nathan, you once said there might be a chance at the Billmore Garage.
Right, look, fellas, I was over at the Biltmore Garage, and I talked to Joey Biltmore himself. He said he might give me a chance and let me use the place. But if I gave him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He wouldn't take my marker.
Your marker's no good, huh?
Hey, what do you mean? A marker is more than a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000, signed Nathan Detroit. A marker is like a pledge, which a guy can't welch on. Why, it would be like not saluting the flag. My marker is as good as gold. Only Joey Biltmore don't think so. Doesn't seem possible to me without a livelihood. Why, I've been running this here crap game since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present for today, and you know what day today is? Today is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been engaged for 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town is up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Randy Bottle Bates.
Scranton Slim.
I know, I could make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Billmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they've now got a lock on the door to the gym at PS 84.
There's a stalker behind McCluskey's bar.
You're right.
But Mrs. McCluskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Billmore Garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got.
Why, it's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of lands for the fella who can get us there. If we only had a lousy little brand, he could be a millionaire. That's good old reliable Nathan Detroit. If the size of your bundle only wants to celebrate that you go broke and quiet and peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors you can swap. It's the oldest established permanent floating in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game?
Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame.
It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York.
Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit's crap game will float again. My boys let you know where it's at.
You know who else is looking for action? Sky Masterson.
Sky Masterson? Now there is the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Well, why do you think they call him Sky? Because that's how high he bets. Look, I once saw him bet $5,000 on a cockroach. And another time he was sick, see? But he wouldn't take penicillin on account that he had bet 10 G's that his fever would reach 104.
Did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it reached 106. Good old Sky.
Oh, maybe you can borrow $1,000 from Sky.
Not from Sky. You see, with him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. So why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet with Sky Masterson.
I ain't scared. I am perfectly willing to take the risk, provided that it is on a bet in which there is no chance of me losing. Now let's see. He likes crazy bets. You know, like which lump of sugar a fly will land on, how far you can kick a piece of cheesecake. Cheesecake! That's it! All right, I need you to go over to Mindy's and ask him how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel? What do you want to know for?
Hurry up, will you? Beat it! Here comes Adelaide. If she sees me running the crap game, she'll never step foot on me again.
Hello, Nathan.
Adelaide, pigeon.
You go ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. Okay, Adelaide. We gotta get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie, he's been working us all day. Finally, I says, look, Charlie, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here and get something to eat. And he says, you don't want to eat. You just want to sneak out and meet that cheap bum, Nathan Detroit.
Well, what did you say to him?
I told him, I says, I'll meet whoever I want.
Well, don't let it upset you. How's your cold?
Oh, it's much better, thank you. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present for me?
I hope you like it.
Well, let's see. It's a belt.
Read the card.
All right, let's see. Sugar is sweet, and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. Oh, that's sweet. Look, Adelaide, dear, for our anniversary, I was going to get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold chain and 2 rubies on the side.
Nathan, you shouldn't have.
It's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. It makes me feel like we're married.
Well, Adelaide, you know, one of these days I'll be in the money and you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, darling, I can do without anything, just so long as you don't start running that crap game.
It's the crap game. That's absurd. Why would you think that?
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
What?
That's not Mindy's also insisting on the strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Hey, Nathan! Any news yet?
Not yet, Harry. I'll let you know.
Okay, Detroit.
What was that about?
His wife's having a baby.
Well, why is he asking you?
He's nervous. It's his first wife. Look, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fella, and I know you're hungry.
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
No, I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. In fact, fellas, why don't you take Adelaide over to the drugstore? You see, Adelaide, it's all the way across the street, and you've got a cold, and there are a lot of open manholes
Nathan,
around.
darling, you're so thoughtful. You're just the sweetest person. Goodbye.
Hey, Masterson. Hey, glad to see you, Sky.
Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How are you, Sky? You know, you look great.
Feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Great place. Beautiful scenery, healthful climate. And I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's. Are you going to be in town long?
No, I'm flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yes, there's a lot of action down there. You want to come with me?
No, I got a lot of things to do. In the meantime, how about dropping over to Mindy's to have a piece of cheesecake? You know, they sell a lot of cheesecake.
No, I'm not hungry. Tell me, how's Adelaide?
Oh, she's fine. She's still dancing over at the hot box.
And supposing one of these days you'll be getting married?
Oh, we all gotta go sometime.
But Nathan, we can fight it. Guys like us, we gotta remember that as pleasant a doll's company may be, she must always take second place to aces back to back.
Yeah, whatever. Look, are you hungry yet? Maybe we could go over to Mindy's and have a piece of it. Cheesecake, a strudel or something, I don't know.
No, I think I'll get the late results.
Oh, but you will admit that Mindy's does have the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I am quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Oh, ain't. And yet, there are still those who prefer Mindy's strudel. So, offhand, which do you think he sells more of? The cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, Nathan, I never really give it much thought. But if everybody was like I am, I'd say Mindy sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
What?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you'd be the betting man. You always take your percentage off the top.
Well, I just thought for old time's sake I'd try to give you a little action. I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh.
When I was a young man ready to go off in the world, my father told me a very valuable thing. He sat me down and he said, son, the old guy says, I'm sorry I'm not able to bankroll you to a very large start, but not having any potatoes to give you, I'm now going to stake you some very valuable advice. One of these days on your travels, a man is going to come up to you with a brand new deck of cards with a seal not yet broken. This man is going to offer to bet that the jack of spades could jump out of the deck and squirt cider in your ear. Now, son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you'll wind up with an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I'm not claiming you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think that
However, if you really are looking for some action, I'll bet you that same 1,000 you don't know the color of the necktie you have on.
Okay, just getting dressed this morning.
Well?
Ah, no bet. Orange, what a crazy color.
Nathan, we took Adelaide to the drugstore.
Don't bother me.
Hiya, Sky.
How's it with you fellas?
Not bad.
Nicely. Oh, Nathan, we took Allie to the drugstore, and she says to be sure to pick her up at the hot box, and don't be late.
Yes, dear. I mean, yeah.
Yes, dear. That's husband talk if I've ever heard it. Nathan, you're trapped. In Adelaide, you have the kind of doll that's most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And the guy without a doll, well, look, if the guy didn't have a doll, who would holler at him? A doll's a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls. I'm just saying the guy should have them around when he wants them, and they are easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Nathan, figuring weight for age, all dolls are the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Then how come you ain't got one? How come you're going to Havana alone without one?
I like to travel a lot. Besides, if I did wish to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name it.
Any doll, huh? And I name it? Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name a doll, you will take it with you to Havana tomorrow?
You got a bet.
I choose her!
Her.
Ha! That's safe.
Cider!
Someday I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip up Broadway from end to end. They do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do.
Sarah, how do you do?
My name is Abernathy, Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What's the trouble?
My heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I've wasted my life in gambling and evil betting, but I've suddenly realized the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha! Coffee?
Didn't I see you a little while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been wandering around trying to build up the courage to come in here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Gladly. I'd never become a gambler had I not fallen in with evil companions, who were always placing me sucker bets.
Here, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel good just to talk to you people.
You just go right on talking to Sister Sarah and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
The Bible says, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. I wish we could find more sinners like you. We are out every day trying.
Maybe you ought to try the nighttime.
How's that?
Well, being a former sinner, I happen to know the best time to find other sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even try having an all-night crusade against the devil.
Thank you, Brother Masterson. A very good suggestion.
You're welcome.
Coffee is so good, I can't understand why it isn't a sin.
A fine lady. I suppose she sort of looks after you.
Oh, we look after each other.
Uh-huh. And if one of you goes someplace, the other goes along with?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here are 2 of our pamphlets I think you should read. They will give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we're having a midnight prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you will wish to attend.
I'm sure. Miss Sarah, I hope you'll not think I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful to see a pretty doll, a nice-looking lady like you sacrificing herself for the sake of others. Stuck up in this place. Do you ever go anyplace else? Travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
That's a bit far. There are plenty of wonderful places just outside of New York. By plane? You ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet I think you should read.
Of course, I'll be needing a lot of personal help from you. My heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
Well, I will be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
I need private lessons. How about dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Sorry, just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
That's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry, no peace under the wicked? Isaiah chapter 57, verse 21. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
There are two things that have been in every hotel room in the country. It's Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times.
What's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my business, the most unusual of information frequently comes in handy. I once won 5 G's on a parlay, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying to sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. And if you get to me, it's 8 to 5 others have fallen. And you need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Let's be honest. This mission's laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I bet I can fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Here, I'll make you a proposition. When's this big meeting of yours, Thursday? I could personally guarantee to fill that meeting with 12 genuine sinners. I can also guarantee they'll sit still and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with them.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here,
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anyone in town. I owe you 12 sinners. I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
It'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
My favorite restaurant.
Where's that?
El Cafe Cubano, Havana.
El Cafe Cuba. Havana?
Where do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's?
Havana.
Look, the plane will get us there in 5 hours and back the same night. And the food there's great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, when you were describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that no matter how beautiful the sergeant may be, she's still just a sergeant.
Please go away.
Why don't you change your pitch on things, Sarge? Come to the mission, one and all, except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. I'm relieved to know it's just me personally, and not all guys in general. It's nice to know that somewhere out there there's a man that might appeal to the sergeant. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I'm not interested in what he won't be. I'm interested in what he will be.
Don't worry, I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his pipe.
You have wished yourself the Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
You've got this guy all figured out, don't you?
I have.
All figured out, including what he smokes.
All figured out. Oh no, when my love comes along, I won't take a chance, for oh, he'll be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
I'll know by the calm, steady voice, those feet on the ground. I'll know as I run to his arms that at last I've come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes along.
No. You're talking about love. You can't dope it up like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine I'll leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there how I care. And I'll stop, and I'll stare, and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart, I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop, and I'll stare at that face in the dawn. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. I'll drop in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
I won't take a chance. My love will be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong. For I'll know when my love comes
Hello? Hello, is this the Biltmore Garage? Let me speak to Joey Biltmore.
Who's this?
It's Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want?
Listen, Joey, I'm calling about the, well, you know.
The what?
The crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
Wait a minute. I got a customer.
Hurry it up, will ya?
What'd you say, Nathan?
The crap game!
Don't say that on the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm sorry, the dice game. Now listen, Joey, can I use your place tomorrow night or not?
If I get $1,000,
Well, I'll give it to you tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Listen, Joey, if you're gonna take that attitude with me, I'll just take the game someplace else.
Then have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Listen, Joey, the dough is guaranteed. Would I lie to you?
Yes?
It's coming from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I bet him he could not take a doll to Havana.
Why couldn't he?
Because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's how I know I'm gonna win.
Don't be so sure. It ain't a horse. It's a doll.
But Joey!
Nathan, there will be no crap game here tomorrow unless I get my dough in advance.
Joseph, you've known me for a long time.
That's why I want it in advance.
All right, look. I can't talk no more. I gotta go pick up Adelaide from the hot box. But just one thing. Can I at least tell the fellas that it's gonna be at your place tomorrow night?
Not till I get the dough.
All right, you'll get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I hope you get stabbed by a Studebaker.
And now for the grand finale of Around the Road Review, we take you down to pharmacy, our star Miss Adelaide, and the hot box chickie.
bushel and a peck. That lousy Joey Biltmore gonna wring his little neck. They don't pay me enough for this. Hey, waiter, you wouldn't happen to have $1,000 to spare, would you?
Hello, Nathan, dear.
Oh, hello, pie face.
How are you, handsome?
I'm fine. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's that you got there?
A book.
A book, huh? You're always reading books. You know, you're becoming a regular bookie.
Nathan, darling, this is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
Well, how is your cold?
It's the same. So he asked me how long I'd had it, and I told him a long time. And I said I thought it was on account of me dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear.
Yeah.
So he said I should read this book, because he said it might be due to psychology.
Well, you don't have that now, do you?
Nathan, this is the psychology that tells you why girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh. Well, would it tell you if a certain kind of doll would go for a certain kind of guy that you wouldn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
I'm just for instance. You know, there are certain dolls you can almost bet wouldn't go for certain kinds of guys.
Nathan, darling, no matter how terrible a fella seems, you can never be sure that some girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah.
Nathan, starting with next week, I'm going to get a raise. So with what I'll be making, I wonder what you would think. Maybe we could finally get married.
Well, of course we're going to, just sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. Achoo! But I'm starting to worry about Mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, Nathan, this is something I never told you before, but my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, I wrote her I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. And then, after about 2 years...
What, after about 2 years?
We had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
I had to, Nathan. Mother wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
What kind of baby was it?
It was a boy. I named it after you, Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And where exactly is Nathan Jr. supposed to be right now?
He's in boarding school. I wrote Mother he won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I had a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Whoa. No. Do not tell me he has a little sister.
All those years, Nathan. Mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother is a glutton for punishment.
Anyway, Nathan, now that we're finally getting married, we won't have to be a lie anymore.
Adelaide, how could you do such a thing to a nice old broad like your mother?
But Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
I'll be meeting her soon, and what do I tell her? What do I tell her I did with the 5 kids? Traded them to the Phillies or something? Oh, what are we gonna do?
We could get married.
Adelaide, marriage isn't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
I'm ready, Nathan. What do you think I got in this box? Nathan, what do you think I got in this box? Nathan, what do you think I got in this box?
Sally's wedding shop? I can't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years. I won't show it to you because that's bad luck. Would you like to see it?
It's bad luck.
Anyway, Nathan, I've got the veil. Now all we need is our license and our blood test.
What?
Blood test, it's a law.
What a city. First they closed my crap game, then they opened my veins.
Nathan, you're not planning on running that crap game again.
No, why would you think that? Why do you think I gave up the crap game? It's because I love you and I want us to be the happiest couple in the whole world.
Oh. Anybody seen an earring out here? I don't think so.
You. I'm all dated up tomorrow with Society Max, and he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity you. Here it is!
Adelaide, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Oh, get up. It reminds me of your crap game.
Adelaide, look.
Achoo!
You're just upsetting yourself.
Achoo!
You and I are gonna be all right. Because we love each other. We're gonna get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
I promise you it's true, honey. Come here. Come sit down, rest a little while. You'll feel better tomorrow. Now, where's that old smile? That a girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure,
can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz. But the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. And she's getting a kind of a name for herself, and the name ain't his. A poison can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling and stalling and stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop log grip. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A poison can develop law grip, law post nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and a sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a poison can develop a bad
Nicely. What are you looking at?
Oh, Sky was just following me, Sarah, and you should have seen her. She gave him a look that would have cooled off a moose at mating time.
Great, just so we don't take her to Havana.
Havana? He could take that doll to New Rochelle. Oh, where's Nathan? He has to start lining up for the game.
I don't know. I suppose trying to see Adelaide. You know, she's mad at him again.
That's Miss Adelaide, always taking his mind to honest work.
Yes, it's too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
Betty, that is his weakness. And we should be tolerant, because I am told it is a worldwide weakness. Look! What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture by a Minnesota man so in love with the Mississippi girl. They sacrifice everything and move to the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting home by something said, who used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over. Love is the thing that has licked him, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim. Yes, sir, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some dough.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you see a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal,
call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some dough. When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, make a bet they'll be minking it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can afford, it's a stitch that a bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he's still lifting platinum Balderol, call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough. When you see a sport and his cash has run short, make a bet that he's banking it with some dough.
When a guy wears tails with the front leaning white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on a Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job and he smells of Vitalis and Barbasol, call it dumb, call it clever, how you can get on forever that the guy's only doing it for the dough, the guy's
we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some attention to him.
Yes, he attended every street meeting we had this morning. He must be very interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
Oh, oh no, I can't reach these people. Well, let's go into lunch. Oh, and I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come. General Cartwright!
Good morning, Sarah, Arbide.
Good morning, General.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
Well, I got in early this morning, and I've spent the last hour looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we were having some extra street meetings trying to stimulate...
General!
Good morning. Sarah, there is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, won't you come in, have lunch with us?
No, dear, I'm sorry. I have several other appointments to make. However, Sarah, we at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion, and we have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission?
Oh, but General, someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many other calls on us, so many other places where our work is really needed.
But we're doing so much better now.
We've announced a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You've announced a meeting, but will anybody be there? Will anyone come?
Pardon, I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former senator.
How do you do?
How do you do? I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah will be a great success here.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so sure.
$1 get you 10.
What?
General, might I make a suggestion?
Yes?
Why don't you come to the big meeting tomorrow night and find out for yourself? Don't you think that would be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had any chance, then
General, I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah.
You all got your carnations?
Yep.
Remember, no one will be let into the game without they got red carnations. It's like a password.
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan, is it all set? Can I tell the guys that it's at the Biltmore Garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a little while. Look, Joy wants to go first.
But it's 11 o'clock. They won't stick around much longer.
So sue me. Look, I left nicely at the hotel to wait for the money from Sky. It's gotta be there. Where's the dough?
You hasn't come yet.
I left you there to wait for it.
I had to get some groceries.
I put the little thing. Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky. And don't come back here without it, even if you starve to death!
Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, Harry the Horse sells everything in Brooklyn.
Detroit! If there's no crap game tonight, then tell us, and we will gladly seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Take it easy, Harry.
I hope you will not spoil our evening, insomuch as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of her. Ooh. I would like you to meet Big Jewel from Chicago.
How do you do, Big Jewel? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on. But if you are patient, you're sure to see some action.
What do you say, Big Jewel? Shall we stick around, or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crap, so let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan. If there's no crap game tonight, then Big Jewel will be considerably displeased. And Big Jewel does not like to be displeased, as you may find out from those citizens who at one point or another displeased her. Although I will admit it's hard to find such citizens in view of the fact that they are no longer around and about.
Well, Harry, you don't think I would be so rude as to displease a lady such as Big Jewel here, now do you? Now, Big Jewel, let me personally guarantee to you that when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you could bet on it that...
Well! Do we have here the cream of society? Angie the Ox, Liver Lips Louie, Rusty Charlie, Society Max. Hey, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn. And, pardon me, I'm very bad at names, but your face looks familiar. Mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, and, what is it you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Well, don't ever help my mother across the street.
Sure thing.
Lovely flowers here. This looks like the male chorus. from Blossom Time. What's the occasion?
It's a party.
Indeed. What kind of party?
Goodbye, girls. See you tomorrow.
It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
What?
That's correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir. For
he's a jolly fellow, for he's a jolly fellow, for he's a jolly fellow, which nobody cannot deny.
Nathan, darling, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
Well, when I saw you standing here with all of these fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was a...
It's a bachelor dinner.
It's a bachelor dinner.
It's definitely a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally going to become Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Time certainly does fly.
So tell me, Nathan, when's the happy day?
Oh, when will it be, Nathan?
Nathan, these fellas here were nice enough to give you a bachelor dinner. The least you do is tell them the day.
Well, you see, first we need to get a license and also a blood test. Right, yeah.
Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could be married tomorrow night? Right after the show at the Hot Box.
Adelaide, we gotta get a license.
You could elope.
What?
Yeah, could elope down in Maryland. What's the name of that town?
Pimlico.
No, not Pimlico, no. Elkington, yeah, they'll marry you right away there. No blood test required.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Hello, I'll lend you my getaway car. My Buick.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it.
Well, what the heck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My congratulations, Nathan. I only hope there is nothing in heredity.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Nathan, I got so many things to do before we elope. You'll be at the Hot Box tomorrow night?
I'll have a table reserved and I'll be all dressed up in whatever you elope in.
I'm so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only what do I wire her?
Just send the telegram and date it back.
Oh, I better wait until we have 5 children. It won't take us long.
Nathan, you are a lucky fellow. The most beautiful doll indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Big Jewel?
Tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Let's shoot crap.
Nathan, you better find a place.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
Maybe it won't come. Maybe he took it to Havana.
How could he? He couldn't have. She couldn't have gone.
Well,
here we go. Okay. Hello? Do you see? Where is she?
The second oldest mission in Cuba. Come on.
Where to?
To see the oldest. Here lies the dungeons, where prisoners were thrown to the sharks.
Huh. Sounds like a million laughs.
Here Christopher Columbus.
At least he's lying down. How about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
A dulce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. Well, what's in it? Besides milk.
Oh, sugar and a kind of native flavoring.
What's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
It's very good. I'll have another. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
Okay, take it easy, Slugger. It's over and you're still champ. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. I were a witch, I'd start popping my springs. Or if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, ding. Ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. Or if I were a goose, I'd be cooked. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. Pal, if I were a salad, I know I'd be splashing my dressing. Ask me how to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go ding dong, ding dong, Havana is so wonderful. Why don't we stay here a few days so we can see what it's really like?
I think we'd better hurry if we want to catch the late plane.
I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, a doll like you shouldn't be mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. You wanna know why I took you to Havana? I made a bet. That's how we met in the first place. I made a bet.
Well, how else will a girl get to meet a gambler?
Come on.
No.
I gotta think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New York LaGuardia Airport. Local time is 3 a.m. and the temperature is 68 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you were fine.
La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh golly, I don't know how I'll get home with all of these things. It was wonderful of you to give it to me. Sky, hello!
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Oh, fine, Sky. Look, the girls just took me a kitchen shower. They went to an all-night drugstore and surprised me with a kitchen shower. Look!
That's wonderful, Adelaide. You've met Miss Sarah.
How do you do? Glad to meet you. You know, Sky, we're eloping tomorrow night, right after the show at the Hot Box. Nathan and I.
Good luck.
Thank you, Sky. Gee, I just feel like a housewife already. I'm going to love being in the kitchen. I've tried all the other rooms.
Miss Adelaide certainly seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah. I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know, 4 o'clock?
Oh, this is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're finding out something I've known for quite a while. My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop, and the janitor with the mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone. When the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutters with gold. That's my time of day. My time of day. And you're the only doll I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson. That's my real name. And you're the first person I've ever told it to. I've never been in love before, and now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love
Oh, Grandmother, I thought you'd be asleep. Hello, Sarah, dear. Brother Masterson.
Good morning.
We spoke to a lot of sinners. We followed your suggestion. Where have you been?
I've been to Cuba.
Well, you're even more tired than I am.
Someone must have tipped them off. I've seen a lot of strange things in my time. This is the first time I've ever seen a crap game gone hopeless intermission!
Crap game?
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this, don't you? Sarah!
This wouldn't have happened. I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
No, it wasn't. You went to help the mission.
Did I?
Am I going to see you tomorrow?
Everyone is welcome at the mission.
That's not what I mean.
It's no good, Sky. You said it yourself. It's no good.
Why not? What the hell kind of doll are you anyway?
I'm a mission doll.
proud to present Miss Adelaide and her debutantes.
He bought me the fur thing 5 winters ago, and the gown the following fall. Then the necklace, the bag, the gloves, and the hat that was late 48. I recall. Then last night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all. And I said, as I ran down the hall, take back your mink, take back your pearls. What makes you think that I was one of those girls? Take back the gown, the shoes, and the hat. I may be down, but I'm not quite so apt. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. And when I think of what you put in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. So take back your mink to romance in Maine, and tell them to authorize it for some other day. Somebody else.
Will you be with Mr. Detroit's party, sir?
Is he here?
No, sir. Mr. Detroit hasn't been here all evening.
Bring me rye and soda.
Oh, Sky, did you see Miss Adelaide?
What?
I bring a message from Nathan. I wish Nathan would bring his own messages.
Nicely, what's the message?
It's
Where's
this
Nathan?
way. Nathan's aunt in Pittsburgh was suddenly taken ill with,
A rare tropical disease?
Yeah, that's not that bad. Anyways, Nathan has
Nicely.
to...
What's the message? Where's Nathan?
The crap game is still on.
Since last night.
Big Joe, being such a large loser, did not wish the game to be terminated. In fact, she was most insistent. So, we find the place and the game goes on.
Nicely, where's the game?
Are you looking for some action?
Not tonight. But I would like to speak to some of the guys before I go. You see, I gave my marker to somebody.
I'll meet you outside.
What about Nathan's message?
Oh, Miss Adelaide, Nathan's in Pittsburgh with a rare tropical aunt. Goodbye.
What? Sky, I don't understand. Nathan has to come here tonight. We're eloping to be married. Is it the crap game again?
You know Nathan. Why does it surprise you?
But he promised to change.
Change! Change! Why is it the minute you dolls find a guy you like, you take him right in for alteration?
What about you men? Why can't you marry people like other people do and live normal like people? Have a home with wallpaper and bookends.
No, Miss Adelaide.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, guys like Nathan Detroit, and yeah, Sky Masterson, we don't belong in a life like that. So when dolls like you get mixed up with guys like us, it's no good. No good. I'll see you in a couple months.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Las Vegas, maybe? I got a ticket for the late plane.
Will you see Nathan before you go?
Maybe.
You tell him I never want to talk to him again. And have him call me right here.
Look, why don't you just find another guy?
I can't. I love Nathan. Wait till you fall for somebody, you'll find out.
Yeah.
In other words, just from sitting alone at a table reserved for two, a poison can develop the flu. You can bundle her up in her woolies, and I mean the warmest brand. You can wrap her in sweaters and coats till it's more than her frame can stand. If she still gets the feeling she's naked from looking at her left hand, a poison can develop the flu, 103.2. So much virus inside that her microscope slide looks like a day at the zoo. Just from wanting her memories in writing, and a story her folks can be told, a poison can develop a cold. Achoo!
Not so fast, Sarah. Not so fast. Look, suppose we don't have the big meeting tonight. Suppose nobody is there at all. We'll explain it all to the general.
We won't have to explain. It'll be very clear. I just want to go somewhere where
the sinners are all respectable and well-behaved?
You saw what happened last night. They gambled in our mission.
And someday they'll be praying here. Even a man like Sky Masterson. He came here seeking refuge.
He came seeking me. Did you know that?
Are you kidding? I knew that the minute he started picking on you. Didn't think you were going to get stuck on him.
I'll get over it.
What do you want to get over it for? It isn't pneumonia.
The man I love will not be a gambler.
But if you love him enough...
He will not be a gambler.
Sarah, I've always taken care of you. All I want is for you to be happy.
Velvet, I can wish you for the color of your coat, and fortune smiling all along your way. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Standing there, gazing at you, full of the bloom of youth. Standing there, gazing at you with the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth. Music, I can wish you merry music while you're young, and wisdom when your hair has turned to gray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. With the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth and the strong arms to carry you away.
Good evening, Miss Sarah. Well, Sister Abernathy, how goes it with the soul saving? Tonight's the big meeting, isn't it?
Yes, and the general's coming, and she's expecting...
The general's a top doll, eh?
Well, very few people are going to be there. In fact, nobody. And, well,
I don't think Mr. Masterson is interested in our troubles, grandmother. We've got to hurry.
Miss Sarah, you've forgotten something. But being a gambler, I never forget things like this. You still hold my marker for 12 sinners tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Masterson, but I'd rather you forgot about it.
I cannot welch a marker.
Mr. Masterson, last night the mission was filled with your friends. Let us say we're even.
if you don't pay off on that marker, I'll tell this whole town you're a dirty welcher.
Nicely, where's the crap game?
Well, Sky, it's about a 10-minute walk from here.
Which way?
This way.
Hey, wait a minute. Where you all going? I came here to shoot crap.
You see, Big Jewel, the fellas are slightly fatigued from weariness, having been shooting crap for quite some time now, namely 24 hours.
I do not care who is tired. I have 20 G's so nobody leaves.
Fellas, I begin to see the logic of Big Jewel. It is not that she is a bad loser. It is merely that she prefers to win. Am I right, Big Jewel?
Give me the dice. I'm shooting 500.
Take 200.
Half dead. Right. If you don't shut up, Big Jewel will arrange the other half.
All right, then. And 1 and a 1. Snake Eyes, you lose, and $50 for the house. But the dice is still yours, Big Jewel, and you're lucky.
Shut up, another 5.
200 more.
All right, here comes that big lucky roll. Ha! And Snake Eyes again.
Tough luck, Big Jewel.
Well, that cleans me. But I ain't through yet. I will now play with credit.
Big Jewel, look, the fellas are pretty tired. Now, me personally, of course, I am as fresh as a daisy.
Then I will play with you.
With me?
Yeah, you. You've been raking down out of every pot. You must have now quite a bundle.
Well, seeing as how I assume the risk, it is only fair that I should assume some of the dough.
Detroit, I'm going to roll you, willy or nilly. If I lose, I'll give you my marker.
And if I lose?
You will give her cash.
Hey, let me hear it from Big Jewel.
You will give me cash.
Oh, now I heard it.
Here's my marker. Put up your dough. Is something wrong?
No, it just says I owe you $1,000 signed X. How is it that you can write $1,000, but you cannot write your own signature?
I was good in arithmetic, but I stunk in English.
Well, let's see. Here, this will put you through Harvard.
I'm rolling you for $1,000. And to change my luck, I'll be using my own dice.
Your own dice?
Yeah, I had them made for me especially in Chicago.
Big Jewel, you cannot interpolate Chicago dice in a New York crap game.
That is a breach of etiquette.
Show me where it says that in Emily Post.
Oh, not that I wish to seem petty, but can I have a look at those dice? Wait a second. Look, these dice, they ain't got no spots on them. They're blank.
I had the spots removed for luck, but I remember where the spots formerly were.
So you're going to roll blank dice and call him for remembering where the spots formerly was?
Why not?
I see no reason.
Ha! A 5 and a 5. My point is 10.
Well, at least I still got a chance.
10Z, come again, Z.
I wish she'd fall down on her end, Z.
Ha! A 10, I win.
A 10, huh?
A 6 and a 4.
Well, which one's the 6 and which one's the 4?
Either way, Detroit, I'm now shooting you for 2,000. Get it up.
Oh, wait a second. I just remembered I'm supposed to be eloping tonight. Adelaide's waiting for me.
Get up to 2,000.
Why do you want some of the other chaps in on the phone?
I'm doing you 2,000.
2,000.
Ha! 7, I win.
What a surprise.
Detroit, now I will give you a chance.
What do you mean?
I'm now shooting you for $1.
$1? Oh, wow. I'll take all of it.
Oh, would you look at that? Snake Eyes, I lose.
Oh, well, for this I gotta bend down.
Detroit, now I will give you a chance. I'm now shooting you for 3 G's.
3 G's?
3 G's, put it down.
Wouldn't it be more convenient if I would, I don't know, put it straight into your pocket?
Put down the 3 G's.
3,000. All right.
Ha! 11, I win.
That cleans me.
I will now play with you guys.
I hope you mean them.
Wait a second, Big Jewel. You gotta give me a chance to get even. Look, I will roll you again, but this time I'll use my own dice.
That's fair, Detroit, but what are you gonna use for cash?
I'll give you my marker.
Oh, and you expect Big Jewel to put up cash?
Hey, Nathan, done it?
Sure, I done it. What kind of deal is this anyway?
Take it easy, Nathan.
Her with her no-spot dice?
Hey.
Someone ought to knock the spots off for her.
Nathan, don't make Big Jewel do something to you.
Yeah, I'm on my vacation.
Go ahead. Shoot me. Put me in cement. At least I would know where I am. Here I risk my neck setting up this here crap game. I even promised to get married on account of it. And look where I end up. Broke. In a sewer! Believe me, my tough friend from Chicago, there is nothing you can do to me that would not cheer me up.
Here they are. Hey, nicer, Johnson. Good to see you again.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Sky Masterson.
Would you look at that? Fresh
Something.
blood. You looking for some action?
Not tonight, but I would like to speak to some of you guys, though.
We ain't talking? We're shooting crap.
I'm asking for just 1 minute.
We are shooting crap.
It has to do with Miss Sarah Brown's mission.
Say, who is this guy?
This fellow I was telling you about. Took the mission down to Havana.
Oh, I get it. Look, fellow, why don't you go back to your praying tomato? You're slowing up the action around here.
If you want action, would you care to make a small wager on a proposition?
What's the proposition?
Don't do that.
Am I right-handed or left-handed?
Am I supposed to know a thing like that?
Here, I'll give you a hint.
Hey, kindly return these to see us Roebuck.
Look, you guys. Tonight, at Miss Sarah Brown's mission at 409 West 49th Street, they're holding a midnight prayer meeting. Now, I promised to deliver them some sinners. And when it comes to sinning, most of you are high amongst the paint cards.
Look, Sky, I don't want to spend no evening in a hallelujah joint.
If you won't do it as a favor to me, do it as a favor to yourselves. I can guarantee the air up there is much cleaner than it is down here. And maybe it wouldn't hurt you guys to learn something other than the odds of making a 4 the hard way.
You've been reading the Bible too much.
So what? Maybe it doesn't read as lively as a scratch sheet, but it's at least twice as accurate. So what do you say?
No.
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
Well, I tried. See you around, Nathan.
Okay, Sky. But listen, about that Havana business, I regret I temporarily do not have the 1,000 that I owe you.
It's all right. You don't have to pay me. You won.
But wait, I thought you took Miss Sarah to Havana.
You thought wrong.
Big Jewel, get it up. I have dough enough to roll you again, but it's time with my dice.
Nothing doing. With those dice, she couldn't make a pass to save her soul.
Hey.
What did you say?
I said, with those dice, she couldn't make a pass to save her soul.
Well, maybe I can make a pass to save hers. And yours, and his. I'm going to roll the dice. I'll bet each and every one of you $1,000 against your soul. 1,000 cash against a marker for your soul. If I win, you all show up to the mission tonight.
Wait, hold a minute. Let me get this straight. If you lose, we each get $1,000. But if you win, we gotta show up at the Mission Dolls Cabaret?
If I win, you all show up to the Save a Soul mission. 1 meeting. Is it okay?
Okay by me.
No, by me too.
Oh, hold on. What are you doing?
You too, nicely, Nathan? 1,000 against your soul?
Me? I don't even think I got one.
You got one someplace.
How do you spell soul?
S-O...
Ah, shut up.
All right, everybody put in your markers.
Right.
Now give me the dice. And give me room.
Ah! What's the matter, Sky? Turning chicken?
You've seen me roll for 100 G's. But I got a little more dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been won. And yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck me a lady tonight. Luck me a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck me a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how entertained you can be. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't need it isn't fair to deny. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's side. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of her sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady.
Be a lady tonight. you've ever been a lady to begin with, oh, be a lady tonight.
Luck, let a gentleman see.
Luck, let a gentleman see. How nice a day you can be.
I know the way you treat others.
Luck, be a lady with me.
A lady doesn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady wouldn't make a little mistake on this me, but I bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party going.
So let's keep the party going.
Never get out of my sight.
Never get out of my sight.
Stick with me,
Stick here, baby. Stick here, baby.
Be a lady.
Luck, be a lady.
Luck, be a lady.
Luck, be a lady.
Luck.
What's the matter, roll the dice? Coming out, coming
I tell you, I don't want to go to no prayer meeting.
Big Jewel, you gave your marker, and if you welch, it'll cause me no little embarrassment. I'm sure you don't wish to cause me embarrassment.
But if word gets back to Chicago that I went to a prayer meeting, no decent person will ever talk to me again.
Ah.
Adelaide!
Oh, what a coincidence.
Listen, Adelaide, did nicely explain to you about this evening? I hope you ain't sore about it.
Please, let us not have a vulgar scene. After all, we are civilized people. We do not have to conduct ourselves like a slob.
Adelaide, what is this? You are my doll.
Your doll? Please, if that was so amusing, one could laugh at it.
Sweetheart, baby, how could you act up like this over one lousy elopement?
It's no use, Nathan. I have succeeded in your not being able to upset me no more. I have got you completely out of my... Oh, Nathan!
Oh, Adelaide, sweetheart, baby, don't ever do that to me again. I couldn't stand it. Listen, we'll get married, and we'll have a house, a little white house, just like the Whitney colors.
Oh, Nathan, we gotta do it soon. I got another letter from my mother today asking a lot of questions. And she put in a letter for you, too.
A letter for me? From your mother? Well, let's see. Dear son Nathan, this is my first letter to you, although you now have been married to my daughter for 12 years. I feel like I know you from Adelaide's letters, and in my mind's eye, I can see you as you go down to work every morning at 7. What a responsibility it must be to be the assistant manager of an A&P. Wait, I'm not even the manager?
I was going to promote you for Christmas.
Oh, okay. I know how hard you have to work to take care of your family, Adelaide and the 5 kids, and the one that's on the way?
Mother wanted me to visit her. That's what I had to tell her.
Don't you know I can't support 6 kids on what they pay me at the A&P? I'm very proud to have you as a son-in-law. You're a good man, and I know you will always take care of Adelaide. I feel like a heel.
Anyway, Nathan, we can still make everything all right. Look, it's not even midnight yet. 5 minutes to 12. Let's elope right now.
Okay, Adelaide. Actually, I can't.
Why not?
Nathan, come on, we'll be late.
Come on.
Nathan, why can't we elope right now?
Because I gotta go to a prayer meeting.
Nathan, this is the biggest lie you ever told me.
But I promise you it's true.
You promised me this, you promised me that. You promised me anything under the sun. You give me a kiss and you're grabbing your hat and you're off the races again. When I think of the time gone by,
Adelaide.
I think of the way I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Call a lawyer and sue me, sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me, hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I love you.
The best years of my life I was a fool to give to
All
you.
right, already. I'm just an old good Nick. All right, already. It's true, so new.
So sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
You gamble it here, you gamble it there, you gamble on everything else to me, and I'm sick of you keeping me up in the air till you're back in the money again. When I think of the time gone
Adelaide, Adelaide.
the way I tried,
Adelaide!
I could honestly die.
Serve a paper and sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
Achoo!
Give a holler and hate me, go ahead, hate me, I love you.
Right up a jail, don't come to me to bail you.
All right, already. So call a policeman. All right, already. It's true, so new. So sue me, what can you do me? I love
You're
you.
running the game, you're running the game. I'm not gonna less like a fiddle, so that I'm sick and I'm tired of sewing your round, and I'm playing out with a thrill when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide,
When I think of the way I tried.
Adelaide?
I could honestly die.
Sue me, what can you do me? I love you.
It is now several minutes past midnight. Isn't anyone coming? Sergeant Sarah, something is very wrong.
Maybe your watch is fast. General, I know what's wrong. I'm wrong. Oh, I've spoken to these people day after day, but my words haven't reached them.
Hello there.
All right, let's get this over with.
Come on, boys.
Welcome, brothers, welcome.
Is everybody here? Where's Nathan?
I'm present.
Well, here you are, Miss Sarah. A dozen or so assorted sinners. Sorry we didn't have time to clean them up before we got them here.
Won't you gentlemen sit down?
Nah, we're
No,
good.
thank you.
Sit down, all of you!
All right.
Watch the Bible. Go.
I would like to welcome you all to the Save a Soul mission.
Hold on a minute! Hold on! This is a mission, not Roseland. So I suggest you don't take part in any unpleasantries. Now, because I'm required to leave for Points West tonight, I'm appointing Nathan Detroit as Major Domo in my place. Nathan, anybody who doesn't act themselves accordingly to Hoyle, tell them they answer to Sky Masterson personally. And I mean in person.
All right.
What a remarkable young man.
Well, fellas, you heard him. Sister Abernathy, your dice.
We are honored tonight. This meeting will be run by the head of our organization, General Cartwright.
Shut up!
Gentlemen, it is wonderful to see our mission full of so many evil-looking sinners.
Thank you.
Now, who would like to bear testimony? Who would like to start the ball rolling by bearing testimony?
Benny, give your testimony.
I ain't no stool pigeon.
Come, gentlemen. I know it is difficult, but let one of you bear record to the sin that is in his heart.
Benny, tell him what a bum you are. Benny.
Well, I always was a bad guy and a gambler, but I ain't gonna do it no more. I thank you.
There.
Now, don't you feel better?
I'm all right.
Who's next?
Let's see. Big Jewel.
Well, you see, I used to be bad when I was a kid, but I have ever since changed my ways. With my record of 33 arrests and no convictions.
Anybody else?
Harry.
Oh, no.
Harry the horse. Go on.
Well, see, when Sky was rolling us for our souls,
I beg your pardon.
Sky Masterson, who rolls $1,000 against our souls. That's why we're here.
I'm afraid that I don't understand.
I do, General. He means that they are only here because Mr. Masterson won them in a dice game.
Oh. Well, how wonderful. This whole meeting is the result of gambling. It shows how good can truly come out of evil. Sergeant Sarah, you have done remarkable work.
Hasn't she, though? Thank you.
Hey! I ain't finished my testimony!
Excuse me.
My sins is that when Sky rolled us for our souls, I wish I would have won the $1,000 instead of having to come here. But, you know, now that I'm here, I still wish I won the $1,000.
Anyone else?
Let's see. We will now get testimony from, Rather Nicely Johnson. Rather Nicely Johnson.
Hey, kind of funny. Like a dream. That's it. A dream.
Tell us, in your own words.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered someone paid me, but the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people said, sit down, you rockin' the boat. People said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil dragged you under by the charcoal dollar checker. Go, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood, nicely passing out the whiskey. But the passengers were bound to resist, for the people said beware, everywhere. And the devil dragged sit down, you rockin' the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers that have been, oh, great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank, and I hollered, someone save me! That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. So I said to myself, sit down. Sit down. Said to myself, sit down. Sit down. Rockin' the boat. And I'll try to watch her drag the boat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rockin' the boat. Sit down, you rock, sit down, you're rockin' the boat. Sit down, you rock, sit down, you're rockin' the boat. Sit down.
anything we can do for you, Brother Brannigan. Perhaps you would like to share your testimony.
Oh, I'll testify. I'll testify in court that you held a crap game in this mission last night. Miss Sarah, you saw them all run out. Aren't these the fellas?
I've never seen them before in my life.
There's a right doll.
Now, if you would excuse me, officer, we would like to continue with our meeting.
Never seen so many crap shooters spend so much time in a mission. Maybe that's what they mean by holy rollers.
Thank you, Miss Sarah. People, I got a confession to make, and I just gotta get it off my chest. We did shoot crap here last night, but we're real sorry, ain't we, boys?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But look, I did another bad thing. I recently bet a guy that he could not take a doll away with him on a trip, and this I should not have done. Although it didn't do any harm, as I won the bet.
You won the bet?
Yes, the fella told me that he did not take the doll away with him. Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Hallelujah.
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 Gentlemen, we will now turn to number 244. Follow the fold.
Oh, can I see?
Fold and stray no more, stray no more, stray no more. Put down the bottle and we'll say no more. Follow, follow the fold.
Good evening.
I'm Adelaide, the well-known fiancée.
Oh, yes. When are you getting married?
The 12th of never.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't even get close enough to a church to be left at it. Gee, what'll I ever tell my mother?
Oh, I'm sure your mother will understand. Just tell her your engagement is broken.
I'm afraid that might confuse her. Maybe I'll tell her Nathan is dead. And then see to it.
You mustn't carry hate in your heart, Miss Adelaide. Try to be forgiving and understanding, and the pain will go away. In the Bible, it tells us in Isaiah.
Oh, you got a boyfriend named Isaiah, huh?
Isaiah was an ancient prophet.
Don't tell me. Nobody cries like that over an old guy. Whoever it is, you got it bad. You know, when I saw you with Sky Masterson the other night... Oh, no, not Sky. You're not in love with Sky. Oh, you poor thing.
I thought I hated him.
I thought I hated Nathan. I still think I hate Nathan. That's love.
Oh, Adelaide, can't men like Sky ever change?
For 14 years, I've tried to change Nathan. I've always thought how wonderful he would be, if he was different.
I've thought about Sky that way, too.
I've sat and pictured it by the hour. Nathan. My Nathan. In a little home in the country, happy. Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Wouldn't it? If only Sky.
But they just can't change.
Well, a little while ago at our prayer meeting, there were some gamblers that acted as though they could change.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean... Gamblers? At a prayer meeting? Was Nathan Detroit there?
Oh, I'm sure I heard that name.
A young little fellow with glasses?
Yes, I think so.
How do you like that rat? Just when he should be lying, he's telling the truth. I'm glad I'm through with him. And you should be glad you're through with Sky, too.
I am.
What are we, crazy or something? And wanna make us in sacks and clines, a lesson I've been taught. You can't get alterations on a dress you haven't bought.
At any vegetable market from Borneo to Nome, you mustn't squeeze a melon till you get the melon home.
You simply gotta gamble.
You get no guarantee.
Now doesn't that kind of apply to you and I?
You and me.
Whatever. Why not?
Why not what?
Marry the man today. Trouble though he may be, much as he likes to play. For ways you're wild and free.
Marry the man today, rather than sigh in sorrow.
Marry the man today and change his ways tomorrow.
Marry the man today.
Marry the man today.
Maybe he's leaving
Maybe
town.
he's leaving town.
Don't let him get away.
Don't let him get away.
Hurry and track him down. Marry the man today. Give him the girlish laughter. Give him your hand today and save the fist for after.
Slowly introduce him to the better things. Respectable, conservative, and clean.
Reader's Digest.
Guy Lombardo.
Oh, Rogers Pete.
Golf.
Galoshes.
Ovaltine.
But marry the man today. Handle him meek and gently.
Marry the man today and train him subsequently.
Carefully expose him to domestic life. And if he ever tries to stray from you, have a pot roast.
Have a headache.
Have a baby.
Have 2,
6, 9, stop! Marry the man today, rather than sigh in sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways, and change his ways, and change his ways tomorrow.
Give me a late paper.
Nathan, come on, we're all waiting for you.
Just a minute, Adelaide. Let me finish with the lieutenant. There you go. And thank you, Lieutenant.
Nathan, close up the newsstand. We're getting married.
Look, is this wedding happening or ain't it? I paid $50 for this mess in theorem.
Nathan, come on.
Gee, Adelaide, you know, you picked the busiest time of day.
Let's go. Where's the wedding?
Oh, holy smokes!
What's the matter?
I have to find a place for the wedding.
Oh, Nathan!
How about the Billmore Garage?
Ah, shut up!
Brothers and sisters, life is a crap game, and the devil is using loaded dice.
Where's the crap game?
No, it's a...
Hey, Brother Masterson.
Yes, Brother Detroit.
Could we get married in your mission, Adelaide and I?
Certainly. I married Sister Sarah and Brother Masterson. I would be delighted to do the same for you.
Congratulations, Nathan. I'll lay 8 to 5 you'll be very happy.
What Obadiah means is...
Obadiah!
Obadiah!
He wishes you every happiness, and so do I.
Thank you very much. We're going to have a little home in the country, and Nathan will be sitting there right beside me. every single night.
Let's